Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for asking. Firstly, I want to thank you for giving your time to me and allowing me to talk with you.
Yes, it's definitely an honor.
I have gone through your profile. You look like very intense person. I have gone through all your thoughts. I have seen,
Okay. Oh
I
yeah,
read.
my poem. Right.
So yeah, before talking about that, I want to introduce myself to you. I'm a YouTuber. I'll do videos with different country people. Uh, I'll try to know about them and I'll try to show uh, their way of thinking to my audience and to the world. And I have audience from different parts of the world.
Right. I see. I also went to your page and I seen that you interview a lot of people, different states and countries and everything. So it's very, very interesting.
Yeah, this is me. Can you introduce yourself to my audience?
Well, my Instagram name is at the underscore poet inside of me. My name is Bina, but my poetry name is Shisha Oshun.
Okay, so you write poems.
Yes.
Okay, is that your profession or you're doing it just because you just want to express your feelings?
Well, I'm doing it because I want it to turn into a profession because that's what I like to do. Write poems.
Okay, where are you from?
I am from Akron, Ohio, United States.
Okay, so when you started writing poems,
I started writing poems when I was younger, at a young age. I would say probably like preteen. I was probably like 12. So that's when I started, but I wasn't consistent with it. But I just did always have, a skill to write poetry.
I have seen some of your poems. I think you'll spend a lot of time in observing things to write, to understand things more deeper. It contains a lot of deep philosophy.
Yeah, I do think deeper into every situation, and sometimes it can be like overwhelming or kind of like a curse, but I think deeper about everything. So that it does help me to write, have good content, write good poetry.
Who is your inspiration?
Um, my inspiration would be Nakure. She's also she does hip hop poetry, spoken word poetry. So I like to listen to her poetry. Um, and that's about it. I don't have anyone else that influenced me as far as poetry.
What is the first poem that you wrote?
I I do not remember the first poem because it was so long ago. So I don't remember the first poem I wrote. It probably wasn't even that good.
What is the recent poem that you wrote?
The recent poem that I just wrote was probably like 5 minutes ago, so I just uploaded a new poem on Instagram.
What is that about?
Well, it's just talking about how karma will get you. A lot of people they do things and they don't think about karma, but they still do it without no problem. And then when karma comes, it's a problem. It's hard to fix things. So that basically was the philosophy of the poem I just wrote, and it's called A Full Plate.
What are the books that made you to read again and
Um,
again?
far as reading, I don't have a particular book that has inspired me, or if it's something that I'm interested in, I'll read it. But far as like reading a book on a daily basis, I don't have one that I'm reading.
Okay, why only poems? Why not other things in your life?
Um, because it's like easier to do something when it's like a gift, when you're good at it. So for me to try and be a cook or be a dancer, I'm not good in that. So I would definitely not do it. So I'm good at poetry and I like it, I enjoy it. So yeah, that's why I'm just with the poetry thing.
So what is poem?
What is poem?
Yeah.
Well, everybody has their own perspective on poems, but a poem to me is just like expressing your deep thoughts or your emotions, and you get to word it how you feel. You can either make it rhyme, you can just, lay it all out. So poetry is kind of like an outlet. So that's what a poem is to me.
So telling something which is not, telling something about something directly is a different way of expressing, and telling something which is indirectly is called as poem. Is that right definition?
Right. It's a different way to word your emotions or what you go through on a daily basis.
So how many people got connected with your poems?
How many people do I follow on Instagram? How many people follow me?
How many people follow you?
Um, so far it's like 1,000 and a couple hundreds. But I plan to make it like I plan to get a lot of followers. So, but yeah, right now it's not that much.
Do you have a blog?
No, I don't have a blog. That's another thing about poetry. Like poetry is kind of like blogging also. But no, I don't have a blog.
Okay. So about what you will write more? What actually makes you to write more?
Um, just things that I go through in life. Um, things that everybody goes through in life. And some people have no one to talk to or whatever. So it's good to see something, some type of quote or some type of poem that explains your situation that you can relate to. So yeah, my inspiration is pretty much just life.
So are you introvert?
Can you repeat that?
Are you introvert?
I can be. So yeah, I would say so because I like to stay to myself and gives me more time to think and more time to process how I feel and able to write poems differently.
Okay. So so you said about your inspiration. So what actually you learned from them?
What have I learned from my inspirations?
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically, pretty much, everybody's not perfect. So that's inspiration because not being perfect, some people, find it a bad thing. But that's inspiration to other people because everyone's not perfect. So, perfect, and I do have children, so they're inspiration. And just me as a person is also my inspiration.
So when you are expressing your life experiences through poems, what is your feeling while expressing it?
Well, it depends on what I'm writing about. So, sometimes I just like to feel and think the reality of things. Sometimes it's about love and heartbreak. So every time write a poem, it's actually like I'm in that moment. Like that's how I feel. So that would be the answer to that question.
Do you care responses that you get for the poems that you write?
Can you say that again?
Do you care the responses that you get for the poems that you write?
Oh, you said the exposure?
No, I'm asking you that will you care the responses that you get for the poems that you write?
Oh, no, I wouldn't care.
You won't care.
No.
It can be positive or negative.
Mhm. Yep, positive or negative, just however you feel.
Okay, so what is your daily activity?
Well, I'm a mom first, but I usually write at night. So I'll take care of all my business throughout the day. If I do have some alone time, I will like try and write a poem or get in contact with a friend or go hang out. But at nighttime is like when I really like. Right.
Do people scare while interacting with you because after the interaction you are going to write a poem on the experience?
You said write a poem on what again?
I mean, I'm asking you that will people scare when they meet you because you may write a poem after interacting with them?
Yeah, that happens a lot. Like if I do meet somebody and I care, or they could be acting weird or awkward, I will definitely write a poem. I will definitely write a poem about somebody.
Will you take revenge by expressing it through poems? I mean, will you
My,
take revenge from your medium, like poems? And,
you said a medium?
my question is, you are using poems as a medium to express your thoughts, your
Right,
feelings, right?
right, yeah.
So, will you take revenge on the people, uh, who are not agreeing with you, who are disagreeing with your thoughts, or who are not allowing you to do what you love? Will you take revenge by writing poem on them?
Sometimes people like that aren't even worth a poem. Like you have to have a big impact on me for me to write a poem about you. Some people don't deserve a poem to be written about them.
Okay, so you write about love. I have seen some poems contains intense romance.
Yeah, I do write about love because love is something that I don't feel could ever be explained. Because you have good love, you have bad love. So love is something that you somebody can always relate to, whether it's good or bad. But yeah, I do write a lot about love, and I'm trying to change that.
What is love to you?
Love to me is trusting someone with your heart and with your feelings. And it's risky, so you know that everything won't be perfect and it might not work out. But you still give them the chance, and they also have the ability to break your heart or mend it. So that's what I think love is. Love is also not your own emotions or selfish ways. You can't be selfish when you're in love or if you love somebody.
So love is, it shows there's a symbol for love, and if it is breaking, it shows a heartbreak. There is a symbol for heartbreak.
Right.
So, so is it possible for a person to love a person after heartbreak? He can continue, or she can continue with that person.
Yeah, so if you're in love with somebody and they break your heart, I feel like you can actually grow out of love, but you're still going to have love for that person. Even though it hurted, it's a bad memory, you still can, love that person because love isn't something that you can just switch on. So if somebody, get their heart broke, oh, I don't love that person. It's probably just speaking out of anger or they could not.
Okay, loving a single person and loving multiple people. Tell me about that.
That's terrible. Personally, I've been through that before, but that's just too much. Some people do like love a lot of people and they're confused in their mind. But yeah, that's not for me. It's not for me. I wouldn't be able to handle it.
Have you seen people who are loving more than one?
Hmm. Yep. Yep. They call pimps and players.
Players.
Pimps and players.
What do you think about their emotion? They are shifting their emotion continuously from one person to another person.
They nasty.
Have you ever thought to write a poem on them?
You know what? You gave me an idea. So I definitely will be writing a poem about boyfriend and girlfriends and cheaters and hopping from partner to partner. That's not cool. at all. People like that shouldn't even be in a relationship.
Okay, so what is honesty in relationship?
Honesty is just, telling the truth for sure. And you just have to like let everything out. So you have to tell that person how you feel, what you think, and you don't lie about it. You just be honest. So that's what honesty is. It's just, letting everything out, telling the truth, speaking your truth in your mind.
Is that possible for a human being to be completely honest in his life?
It is some people that's completely honest, but it's a lot of people who think that they're completely honest and they're not at all. In their mind, they're completely honest. People lie all the time. So
Do world allows them to be honest every time?
can you repeat that?
Do world allows them to be honest all the time?
Who?
Uh, Have you understood my question?
No, not really. I know you said love them all the time, but I didn't really catch it.
Yeah, my question is that possible for a human being to be honest all the time? Will the world around him or her will allow them to be honest all the time?
Oh, well, as a female, I would want honesty, but like not too much. Like, don't tell me I'm gaining weight. Don't, just some stuff you don't say. So, I mean, it's okay to be honest, but some people are brutally honest and, hurt your feelings and talk about you. Or, they might have their opinion in their view about you, but yeah. So it could be good, it can be bad.
So, what is the impact that you want to create on the people who observes you or your poems?
I just want everybody to be able to have a poem that describes how they're feeling, their emotions, with love, family, life. So that's the impact. I want it to be positive, and I want people to be able to feel like they can read a poem and their feelings are expressed. So I just, want the impact to be, people enjoy the poetry, people think outside the box, and that they understand, life as it is.
What do you say about too much love?
Too much love?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whew, too much love. That can be super complicated. Too much love would be loving somebody more than they love you. So that's just way too much love. Because if they don't love you the same, then that's just you're doing too much, and it's you're not getting the same energy back. So that's just doing too much. Some people do whatever for somebody if they love them. That's not cool.
Is that possible for men and women to love each other in the same percentage?
Love the same person?
Yeah. I mean, same percentage.
I mean, it's definitely possible. I never had to deal with anything like that.
Okay. So, do you have anything to say to my audience and to the world?
I just want them to follow me on Instagram at the poet inside me. So that's my Instagram name. And I just want to tell you that I like what you're doing and I've seen your YouTube channel. So I can't wait to see what you have next planned for your channel. And I just want to tell everybody thanks for watching and to have a blessed day.
Thank you. Thank you so much for giving your time and telling about some things. Thanks for
All
answering
right.
my questions. Yeah. Have a good
No,
day. I want you to be happy every time.
thank you. It was nice talking to you.
Me too. Can I put this video on my YouTube channel with your permission?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem. You have a nice day.
Yeah.